You may be seated.
Thank you, Honorable Judge.
Thank you, bailiff.
Hope you're fine. Thank you, Honorable Judge. This is court case number 929519159, and it's about breach of contract, Honorable Judge. And we have Nelly Kogi, the plaintiff, step forward, and Kamau Wanjeri, the defendant, step forward. So, Honorable Judge, Nelly is sick of his driver Kamau, the way he has been taking her around without doing his remittance according to the agreement. They had agreed that Kamau to be given the car operated with it, but to ensure that at the end of every week to remit 10,000 Kenya shillings. As a good driver, by then he remitted the first 2 weeks, but now it has been 2 months without remitting full amount, instead of has been remitting 2,000 or 1,000 in a week, Honorable Judge. According to Nelly, this is a breach of their contract, and she wants Kamau Wanjeri to be punished. And that's all, Honorable Judge.
Thank you, bailiff. Appreciate you. Good day, court.
Good day, Honorable Judge.
Good day, court.
Good day.
No, thank you. At least somebody had this now. So, Miss Nelly, you bring forth a case accusing your driver, Kamau. He was supposed to be giving you how much, 10,000 per week?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's not been doing that. Tell me the understanding you got into so that he got to, to hold your car or to run your car. You know, what terms do you have? How did you get to know him? Who introduced you? First of all, okay, sorry, tell us a little about yourself so we may understand where you're coming from and who you are.
Well, Your Honor, my name is Nelly Kogi. I am trying to do business and I have a lot of obligations to meet, which I am finding really hard to do because of some of these really bad drivers. Your Honor, I have been paying my loan for now 6 months. I've had 4 drivers in the past, and Mr. Kamau here is my 5th driver.
Is your 5th driver?
Yes. Now, Your Honor, I have a loan to pay, but Mr. Kamau here has not been giving me the money he's supposed to be giving.
So you're a businesswoman who invested in Uber business,
Yes.
and it's not forthcoming. You've been having drivers, 4 drivers. And how long has been the business? How long have you owned the taxi?
Well, 6 months, Your Honor.
6 months and 4 taxi drivers.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. And how do you source your drivers? How do you get to know your drivers?
Well, at times, Your Honor, I get from referrals, friends, or I just ask around, Your Honor.
For the case in hand today with Mr. Kamau here, how did you get to know him? Who introduced you to Mr. Kamau?
Mr. Kamau is the one who heard about me, na ni yeye alinitafuta. See, Your Honor, hawa watu kwa wazuri sana wakitaka gari, lakini the minute you give them your car, they start behaving bad.
See how peke yao, everybody looking for a job.
Yes.
They're very good. Even my bailiff here, when he came, he was always on point. But lately, naona mezoea kazi.
Unaunguza.
Naanza kuchoma.
Unabana.
No, I'm still pleased with your work. No problem. Otherwise, I would have complained. Upigwe transfer northeastern. So, Madam Nelly, Mr. Kamau approached you.
Yes.
And you didn't have any suspicion or anything. You were happy to give him the job.
Yes.
Or did he have any seconding person who said, yeah, we know him, he can do this?
No.
You just trusted him?
I trusted him because when he came, he was a very humble man. Even looking at him, you can tell he looks
First
like
of all,
good man.
talking about looking at him, I'm trying to understand why he has that thing on his head.
No, it's part of me and part of my
Wacha
religion.
kujifanya.
Wait, what religion is this?
Rastafarian, Rasta.
You are
Mr.
honest.
Kamau, are you okay? Rasta ni leo anavuta ile kitu.
Yule anafanya ile kitu.
No, I can't deny ever taking something. I'm sober. I'm very sober, Mr. Honorable Judge.
But do you have to have that thing? I don't want to get you off your beliefs, but do you have to have that thing?
Yeah, it's part of me and my religion, you know? I'm a Rastafarian.
Rastafarian is a religion.
Yes, it's a
It's not a
religion.
cult or just a movement.
It's global movement. It's a global religion. Ja Rastafari. Ja Rastafari.
Okay, cut it down.
Your Honor, do not fall for whatever it is. This man claims to be a Rastafarian, which he clearly is not. And for 2 issues. He is
Why
not.
would you
His
say
name
he's
is
not?
Kamau Wanjeri.
Yeah,
Now,
but names are just there. Even we have a Mohammedan, is not an Arab.
No, Your Honor. That case is different. This man,
Well, since he believes he is Rasta, let him tell us where he's from and who he is. You know, how comes he has a Wanjeri name and he's a Rasta?
You know, my
After all, religion is a pickup. You know, it's something you can just pick up.
my dad is Jamaican and my mom.
Your father is Jamaican.
Yeah, he's a Jamaican. Yeah, and he
For real?
yeah.
Have you ever been to Jamaica?
Yeah, we
Which
used to
part of
visit my
Jamaica was
dad.
that?
We used to visit my dad in Jamaica,
And
in
which part
Montego
of-
Bay, in Montego Bay, where they do follow more Rasta than here, more Rasta.
Okay, but don't forget to in court as Rasta as you are. This is not a Rasta session. It's not a reggae session.
Yeah, it seems to be a reggae. music.
Well.
Me no
Uh,
lie. Me no
Okay,
lie.
Rastaman. Now, so explain yourself. Who are you in? If your father is Jamaican, how come you're in Kenya? Oh,
When my daddy died, my mom brought me back to Kenya.
brought you back. That means you had been born in Kenya, or who was Kenyan among your parents?
My
hata uongo inakataa. Uongo ina
Order. When you were
my
talking,
dad is a Jamaican. We used to live in Jamaica.
and your mom is?
He's a Kenyan.
Oh, she's Njeri.
Yeah.
Okay. And so tell me, Mr. Kamau, a little more about yourself, a little background, how long you been in Kenya, how long did you live in Jamaica, and how you got to know Madam Nelly
I
here.
used to visit Jamaica.
You used to visit Jamaica, or you born and lived in Jamaica, that you came back to Kenya?
I used to, I used to be born in Jamaica.
You used to be born in Jamaica?
Yeah. And
Okay.
Kamau, siseme tu ukweli.
No,
You speak Swahili?
Yes, he does. This guy lives in
little by little, Judge, Your Honor.
Because ikizungu na gongo ukuta. Okay, so you used to visit Kenya or you used to visit Jamaica. Which of the above?
I used to visit. I was born in Jamaica. My mom is Kenyan, and you know.
So you used to frequent between the two.
Yeah, we used to frequent between the two.
Okay. So
the
you
two.
speak.
Kenya,
you
Jamaica, jump down.
You speak Patois. And,
Yeah,
and you speak. Do you speak your native Kenyan language?
Yeah, Kiswahili.
Away
Yeah.
from Kiswahili. Kenya, Kiswahili is not native. That is just. Okay. And tell us, you went to school in Jamaica or here in Kenya. I just want to understand your background of understanding the law and.
Jamaica. I
the
went to
ethics
school in
of living.
Jamaica. In Jamaica.
Okay. Hey, you express this Jamaica like it's kind of a heaven. It's like.
It's my.
It's okay. We are all born somewhere. Some of us were even born in space. So.
Naona zimelipuka. Zimelipuka hii.
Zinalipuka?
Sana.
So, Mr. Kamau Wanjeri, how did you get to know about Miss Nelly here and her taxi?
I was introduced to her by a fellow driver.
A fellow driver. And where do you live at the moment?
I live in the slums, in the ghetto.
Sema tu unakaa Kangemi. Hey,
What's the name of the ghetto? There are so many that I know.
Just here, Kangemi.
Yeah, it does. You don't have to point the direction. I'm good with my directions. You just have to say in Kangemi, and I know where you are. Rasta people always keep it humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be specific.
They don't go high
Like
places.
wala and shata.
Hiyo kijamaica pia unaongea?
Kidogo kwa mbali.
Okay. Mko sawa. Okay. Mr. Kamau, good to understand you. How long have you been driving in Kenyan roads?
About over 20 years, Your Honor.
How old are you in the first place? 20 years. You went to school in Jamaica. Anyway.
Hata kama ni uongo kama hao.
Okay.
She's a liar.
Who's the liar now between the two?
She's a liar.
Okay. So, Miss Nelly, you say your Uber is on a loan?
Yes, Your Honor.
You got a loan to try and invest in this case, Uber.
Yes.
And you got all the licenses to run a Uber. You became a member of the Uber circles and stuff.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
How much is worth of the car?
Well, when I was going to buy the car, it cost around 790,000. But
Okay.
on higher purchase,
That is the market value.
yes, that was the market value.
Yes.
But on higher purchase, it was 900,000. So being a businesswoman, I opted for the higher purchase because it's
True.
not that much. So I was supposed to pay a monthly installment of 42,000, which meant Kamau here was supposed to give me 10,000 weekly. Now, when he started the first 2 months, he was giving me the 10K. But
Wait.
now-
We just want to understand how you own the car. You're rushing things too fast, Lady Nelly. So you were supposed to remit 42,000.
Yes, Your
Of which,
Honor.
if it's per week 10,000, you're supposed to get your 4,000 on an average month, and you top up maybe 2,000.
Yes.
Do you run any other business apart from this?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
What do you do?
Well, I have a showroom.
A showroom of what?
I sell cars. It's not mine, but I sell and then I get.
Oh, you're a sales lady.
Yes.
Okay. Why couldn't you have pulled a deal with the people or with the showroom you work for?
Well, you see, Your Honor, you'd rather have your own business than
Yes,
work with
yes.
another
But what
person.
I'm asking is, if you're selling the cars, don't you think maybe you could have got a better deal if you could have worked with your boss? Maybe you could have told your boss, I wish to start this, I wish to buy this car. You don't even have to explain what you want to do with it.
Well, at that time, I did think about it, Your Honor.
So you went to a different showroom,
Yes.
got the car, or maybe the deal was better. Okay, it's up to you. I just wanted to know why you left the bash at your place and went to another house for a party. Okay, fine, I understand. So you're supposed to remit 42,000 per month, and it's not forthcoming because Mr. Kamau here is not giving you the money. Kindly give us a little history about the drivers who were before Mr. Kamau.
Well, you see, Your Honor, my first.
Like for the first driver. Let's start with the first driver. How did you meet him? How long did he work for you? And what happened that you broke terms?
Well, the first driver. At first, he was also a very good driver. But then with
Kindly,
time,
madam, I did ask you, how did you meet him?
how
You
I
are
met
new,
him.
yeah, you are new in the field, in
Yes.
the Uber world, and how do you meet him?
Well, the first driver was introduced to me by my cousin, Elisa.
Oh, Elisa.
Sorry, Elias.
Elias.
Yes.
Oh, you have a cousin?
Yes.
He's in the Uber circles?
Yes, he's also an Uber driver.
Oh, he's a Uber driver.
Yes.
Oh, give these details. Like, I don't have to dig it out of you. You should have just said, I have a cousin who is a taxi driver, is a Uber driver, and his name is this, and, just flow.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, you don't have to be sorry. Maybe it's a way of putting down things. So kindly, so tell us how you met him and...
So when I started my business, I was very new. So I approached my cousin Elias and I told him that I want to invest in the Uber business. So he assisted me and gave me one of the drivers. A friend of him referred to him that he was seeking a job. I took the driver and
Wait,
gave him an
wait.
opportunity.
Elias referred a friend to you, or a friend of Elias referred a friend of a friend?
A friend of Elias referred a driver that was looking for a job to Elias. Since Elias didn't need a driver, he
Hii
sent the
inaitwa
driver
need
to
a
me.
fourth party tena.
Haiendi.
Okay.
So the driver came to me, I gave the driver opportunity. But then with time I noticed that he had really bad behaviors. Like he was not using my car for the purpose that it was meant to be used. And then alikuwa na
Wait,
mambo-
okay. He was not using the car for the purpose it was supposed to. What purpose was for this car?
This car was mainly to be on the road. It's an Uber.
Yes,
So
and him he was using it for?
going out with his friends, having fun and doing whatever. So I terminated the contract with him.
And how long had it run?
Well, with him, it went for like 2 months.
2 months.
Yes.
And was he giving you the money?
Yes, he was.
And what was your problem if he's paying you the agreed amount?
You see, Your Honor, in the Uber business, reputation is everything. Once your car has a bad reputation, no client would want to use your car. So you find with time, I was not getting the star rates that I was supposed to get, and I was getting a really bad name with my car. So you find people seeing my car and say, huyu anakuanga na ule dereva mkora. No client would want to use my car. So with time, the business was very shaky. And being new in business, you want a good record and you want a good name. And this driver...
I thought Uber, you just dial and whatever, whoever picks the phone, the nearest is the one who will respond.
Yes, Your Honor, but still...
Kuna reputation. There's somebody who monitors or follows, KTB or whatever is...
Well,
all I know is maybe you can call a taxi, you can call a Uber once, and if next time the same driver responds, you're like, if it's the same person, then you tell him, I'll cancel, I'll look for another.
Well, that is reputation, because you'll find also at times...
Okay. So he worked for 2 months, and then the terms were not right, so you terminated the contract. Yes. Okay. Just a quick one on you, Mr. Kamau. Were you a Uber driver or a taxi driver before you worked for her?
Yeah, for very many years. I told you 20 years.
As a taxi driver, or your experience as a driver is 20 years?
As a taxi driver for 20 years.
So what's your driving experience?
20 years.
No, you see.
25 years.
2025, come out.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm on. That's the way it works for him. I'll just do the reference here to see what he said and what is when I'm making my judgment. Okay, good for your 25 years as a driver and 20 years as a taxi driver. So, Madam Nelly, we were talking about your experiences, and then you had another driver, second driver.
Yes. The second driver.
How did you meet him?
The second driver, I approached him.
How do you approach him? He was driving a Uber that you had hired, and then you talked to him. How did you meet him?
I was on my way to work, and then this guy stopped me. I stopped, being the kind lady that I am. Stopping the car, he tells me, habari yako madam, si unisaidie kakitu. Then I tell him, sina kakitu. Na unafanya nini kwa barabara ukai kama omba. And then he tells me, mimi ni driver lakini saa hizi hakuna makazi. And then I tell him, actually, niko naweza kupatia kazi nitafute. So then he calls me, looks for me, and then I gave him the work.
You just met somebody in the street, he tells you he's a driver.
Yes.
Maybe the best interview you did was just look at his driving license.
Yes, and of course I talked to him when he called, and he seemed quite reliable at that time. And then being desperate, I thought that he's going to be a good driver. Now with him, alikuwa na ukora mingi sana, Your Honor. Ataniambia gari amepeleka kudrop clients sijui wapi. You know, I can follow up in the app.
Oh, you have an app that shows you where your car is.
Yes. Nikiangalia app, he's not in the location that he tells me he is in. Then nikampigia simu nikamwambia on several locations akikuja kunipick job, he's not reliable. That is all I can say about him. And then he was too much na ukora mingi sana. Singewezana na yeye huyo. So I also sacked him.
Then there was the third one.
There was the third one. The third one was a very good driver. But now with him, he was very slow. You see, he was into drugs. And every time he would use these drugs, he would be slow, coming to work, dropping clients, picking clients.
Do you follow all these, or all you want is your 10,000?
I also have to follow, Your Honor, because...
Yeah, I know you have to follow, but, you know, it just surprises me. You got the 411, like you got all the information about the location and everything and what they're doing.
Yes, but still I had to follow up, because with this one, with the drug abuse, with time, he wasn't bringing the money he was supposed to bring.
No,
because he would use it.
The money started going down.
Yes.
Mr. Kama, you have anything you wish to tell the court? I see you're becoming uneasy. There's lots of movement.
No, she's a liar. A liar.
No, she's talking about her history. We are not talking about you yet. Your case is coming up. You know, I just wanted to know the history why she's got so much change of drivers.
Maybe she's not consistent in what she's doing. She must be a very bad.
If she was bad, I think by now you should have left. You know.
She's very dishonest. Liar.
Who's dishonest?
Liar.
She's a liar. Okay, fine. We'll see. We'll catch her lying. You can't hide all your days. Sometime, tukona serikali hapa, you get busted. Yeah. So, Miss Nelly, so the first one, we got the issue, the second one, now we talk about the third one was the drug head,
Yes.
and then he is number 5?
Yes.
So the fourth one now,
It was
kindly
the fourth
tell us.
one. Now the fourth one, the problem with the fourth one is because he was very dishonest. Now, he will tell me that business has gone down and that there are no clients and biashara ni mbaya. So with him, even with the first month alianza kusumbua na kuleta pesa.
Hey,
because in the contract, unajua tunasikizana, unaniletea pesa fulani weekly.
And you have signed contract?
Yes.
Okay, did you bring one that you signed with Mr. Kamau?
Yes.
Oh, you have it?
Yes.
Okay, fine. And now question, don't you have the Uber as a company, don't they have like their trained drivers or drivers they can refer with, you know, if they are referred by a company, I thought there would be a little more than you're picking in the streets and stuff.
Well, I can say, Your Honor, at that point, you know, being new in business, you tend to be overwhelmed.
No, when you
and
registered your car, your car with the Uber, they didn't recommend like ukitaka driver, we have some we can.
They did, but I trusted my own judgment.
And even
so
after
far I regret
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, you haven't changed your mind. You still want to keep with your judgment.
Until Kamau, I think I'm going to pick. I'm going to take a different route.
Why didn't you bring the others before Kamau to court? Since I hear they were of the same doing, they never remitted their agreed amount.
Well, it's because with the first 4, I was quick in terminating their contracts and taking actions in my very own
But
hands.
Kamau, you bared with
Kamau, I have been very patient with him, hoping that with time he will start changing. Because you see, for the first 2 months, he was very okay. With the other ones, they didn't even last up to 2 months. They didn't.
Okay. Mr. Kamau, are you a family man?
Yeah, I'm a family man.
You married?
But I do have a girlfriend.
You are married and you have a girlfriend, or you just have a girlfriend?
I have a girlfriend.
You're not married?
She has no kids anyway. She has no kids.
But are you married? Or there's difference between having a kid and being married. You can even be married for 100 years and never get kids.
Yeah. I have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all. You're just the two of you?
Yeah, you're just
okay,
the
the rest
two of
is
us.
extended family. Okay, fine. And you live with her in Kangemi?
Yeah, I live with her in Kangemi.
Okay.
The slums in
It's okay. Well, I happen to know
Slums in
Kangemi.
the area.
Allah, wewe pia unaongea lugha?
Nakapata poa sana. Kanajaribu kujitetea na jielewi. Yeah. Ni kama zililipuka before I come.
What?
Yeah.
So, Miss Nelly, how have you been keeping up with the contract? Because I understand if you don't pay you don't keep up with your remittance, they will either charge you extra or come and
Yes, you see.
reclaim their car.
Yes, you see, Your Honor, they have been calling me because for the last 2 months I have not been paying the money as I'm supposed to be paying the money. So they've been calling me all the time, and I have been talking to Kamau about it because he clearly knows that I am paying a loan and that he's supposed to give me the money that he's supposed to bring. But now, since he can't adhere to this, Your Honor, that is why I have decided to come here so that this guy can give me my money. Because without the money, there is no way my car will either be taken away from me or I will have to pay the loan with lots of interest, which at the moment I cannot.
Mr. Kamau,
Your Honor.
I thought Rasta men are sincere people. How come you're not...
Rasta is somebody who is clean.
and
pure
why
in
are you
heart.
getting that you're not paying her money?
Tell her to produce the contract in court.
Your Honor, angekuwa Rastafari ukweli, hatungekuwa hapa kwa hii koti leo. Angekuwa shanipatia pesa yangu.
No.
You talk about bringing forth the contract, which I'll ask for. But what about you? Where do you have your books to show that you ever surrendered any money to her? You give her any money, paid her any money for the agreed contract?
I just give her. She just walks in from nowhere and demands money from me, and I give it to her.
So you give her what you have. Uko na 1,000, you give her the 1,000.
Yeah, the 1,001 and 30
No,
notes.
I know how to write my 1,000. You don't have to tell me that. So, apart from not paying the money, is there anything you would wish to put on Mr. Kamau's accusation. We wish to accuse Mr. Kamau of, because you know, maybe as he says, maybe business is low or something.
No, Your Honor. I have a lot of evidence pinning him down because, Your Honor, I'll tell you about the first incident. Mr. Kamau here is not...
Oh, the first. That means they are a number.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we are here to hear all that.
Your Honor, the first time, he is not quite reliable. He doesn't have good judgment to tell between a good client and a bad client. Now, on this particular day, Your Honor, he was operating on the route, the Ngong Road. Now, he picked a lady. He was supposed to drop the lady off to work. Along the way...
You were supposed to drop the lady off to work?
Yes.
Okay,
now,
along Ngong Road?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, my cousin, Elias, saw my car passing. Now, he saw Mr. Kamau here picking two guys who were not, they were looking a little bit fishy. Now, my cousin calls me and tells me, Nelly, nimeona gari yako mahali. Na huyo driver wako au vijana amechukua, sidhani kama ni clients. Ebu chunguza huyo driver wako, lazima kuna biashara nyingine anafanya. Now, mimi, I called my friend. Nikamwambia, sasa, manze huyo driver wangu leo tutampata. Tabia zake nimeambiwa amechukua vijana wengine wako na tabia mbaya.
Okay, now, okay, just finish. I like the flow, but I have a few questions too. Okay, go ahead.
Now, my friend, tukatoka na yeye, nikachukua gari yangu, tukafuata gari. So I used the app to monitor his movements. Nikaona wanaingia kwa kichaka. Now, since I was not quite far from that, tukafuata. And I remember a friend of ours alituambia mkifuata gari kama iko na suspicions, zimeni headlights. Si tukazima lights, tukaingia kwa kichaka.
That's where I was coming. This lady, okay, first of all, had he dropped the lady that he had picked who was supposed to be going to work?
No, he did not.
No.
Yes.
So, and what time is this?
It was around 7.
So where does this lady work, or where was she supposed to be taken?
I am not quite sure about that, Your Honor.
Si pale Karibu Central.
Karibu Central.
Okay. I will know that later if we have to. Okay, so this lady was going to work at night. I thought Uber once you hire it, you don't pick anybody else, by the way.
That is why I'm saying, Your Honor, huyu tabia zake ni very fishy. Because kama uko na client,
if I hire Uber and somebody else boards, I think I'll just say I'm out or something.
Yes, but he didn't. And kwa hiyo kichaka, he claims that ni hawa watu
walienda kwa kichaka?
Yes. The forest that is along Ngong Road waliingia hapo kwa hiyo kichaka. And I was wondering, yeye na kama Uber driver, kwani ana akili ya kujua hawa watu wananipeleka kwa njia sifai kuenda, mbona nisiwashukishe hapa kwa barabara nipeleke umsichana? He didn't do that, akaenda kwa kichaka. Sisi tukawafuata huko kwa kichaka. Tukapata the lady amewekwa chini, amefungwa mikono, and there are two guys standing there harassing this woman. Now me and my friend tukamua, wacha tushuke tujue story inaendeleaje. But we thought it was only two guys, but kumbe there is one of them alikuwa pia anaongoja kwa kichaka. A very huge guy came from behind us and knocked us out. Sisi tukaanguka hapo chini pia, sisi tukasukumwa malivyo msichana ako. Now I was trying to look for Kamau, lakini simuoni at all. And then I hear movements from my car, the boot of my car, now the Uber car, not the one I came with my friend. Nasikia manze kwa boot ni kama kuna mtu, which I assumed at that moment it is Kamau, which of course later on it turned out ilikuwa ni Kamau. Now the lady was harassed, she was beaten, she was raped. Her things were taken away from her. Yani alinyang'anywa kila kitu, Your Honor. Even viatu alikuwa nayo, human hair, you know, it is very sad. My friend na yeye na kierere yake, pia yeye ndio huyo hapo. She was beaten, hadi akatolewa macho moja, Your Honor. You see, it is a very sad story that Kamau akatolewa kwa boot. Akaulizwa mimi ni nani? And then akasema mimi ndo kwenye gari. They knocked me out and the next thing I know nilijipata kwa hospitali.
Mr. Kamau, how do you get to pick up two clients on a single trip and they don't know each other?
You see, my love for money. Yeah, I must meet the target. The target of my...
The clients didn't complain?
No, they never complained. They were very happy.
They're
enjoying a Rastaman's ride, you know, and playing some reggae music for them. Yeah.
Excuse me. So I'm trying to visualize the situation. So, Mr. Kamau, from your side, so what happened? Why did you end up in the bush, and at what point did you get yourself into the trunk of the car?
We were hijacked.
Oh, you were hijacked?
Yeah.
Were you part of the hijacking plan? Did you know these
not
guys?
Not at all, my Your Honor.
Your Honor.
On a sincere note, you were hijacked.
Yeah.
Were these people armed?
No, I didn't see any
Ammunition, a gun, anything?
Any gun.
And how did they threaten you to the extent you submitted to?
Those guys were very wild. They wore some wild eyes, and they grabbed me and blindfolded me. Just like this, look.
Rastaman.
Hey.
Behave yourself in court.
We are in court, right?
Oh.
Avoid those.
Wow.
Your Honor, Kamau is clearly lying over here because nilimuuliza Kamau, unawezaje chukua watu kwa barabara wenye ujui? Now he says walimpatia pesa, and he told me that walimwambia hawapendi.
Besema they blindfolded him while they were hostile and everything, so he's just.
Now how could he drive to the forest if he was blindfolded, Your Honor? And how come?
That's why I was asking whether maybe if they had a gun, I could have understood. They pointed a gun at him and he had to
And
assault.
how comes he's the only person that was not hurt? That means he had something to do with them, Your Honor.
But also, you see, they were not expecting you to turn up. So him being, having been, locked in the, you people call it the boot?
Yes.
Oh, there are places you say that's a different difference. But having been locked in the trunk of the car, maybe that just indicated he was part of the victim team. So anyway, yeah, so what else happened? So this lady was raped. Did you ever get to know what happened of her?
No.
You never heard of her or anything?
She was so traumatized after that, she didn't want to
You
talk
never
to
knew
anyone.
who she was, where she was
Yes,
going or anything?
Yes. Because she never wanted to talk to anyone. The police were also wanted her to make a statement, but she was so traumatized to even talk.
And of you, what happened, of you and your friend?
Well, my friend till now, she has one eye. It was a very bad ordeal after that. Kamau here, we tried, the policeman questioned him, but he was clueless about the whole thing. So they pardoned him because the lady in question didn't even make statements and any reports. So
And your friend didn't want to press charges against Kamau, or you people had no reason to hold Kamau responsible?
yes, there was no evidence at hand.
And yet you didn't fire him?
Yes, I didn't.
Okay, quite patient. Okay, and for you stayed how long in the hospital?
I stayed for like about 3 days. I was
3
not
days,
that hurt.
and then, okay, your friend stayed a little longer.
Yes.
Okay, wow. That is quite.
But Your Honor, you haven't had.
But what?
You haven't had the next incident.
Oh, there is another. She had said a few incidents.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Please, go ahead. Tell us what happened.
The second time, Kamau alionekana Parklands. Now, my cousin Elias calls me. Nikampigia kwanza.
Oh, okay. Alionekana. Oh, you're just giving us the location.
Yes.
I was about to wonder kwani Uber zifike uko nini?
No, zinafika. But yeye nikampigia nikamuuliza Kamau, uko wapi? He tells me, mimi hata siko huko, niko rutia, I'm headed to town. Napeleka customer kazi. Kambia Kamau, sinasikia umeonekana Parklands. Ati hapana, siko huko. Then my cousin tells me, niende niangalie Kamau because he's in a hurry.
Where were you at that point?
I was at work.
And where is your work?
I work at Westlands.
Okay. Oh yeah, Westlands and Parklands and you can
Yes.
you can check what's going on. Okay.
Yes. So I had to step from work, niende Parklands, niangalie nini inafanyika. Kufika Parklands, I see Kamau kwa gari and 2 guys. They were harassing one businessman who works in the Forex Bureau. He's known as Raji. I think you heard the incident of Raji was being conned. Aliibiwa around 12 million, I think. Yes. He's a very influential
My
man.
friend, you pulled a face like you wish you were part of the.
Pesa ni mingi.
Umependa hiyo pesa?
Pesa ni mingi.
Yes, he was an influential man. Ni kama alikuwa ametoka withdraw pesa, and then Kamau and his friends, of course, harassed him, took the money and fled away. Kufuata gari, the car was going at a very high speed that I couldn't even cope up. So I had to.
You tried to tail him?
Yes. But
why would you take such a chance if if he had robbers on board, or if they had come from a robbery? Why would you try to do that?
You know, at first I thought that maybe he has been kidnapped or hijacked, or he was forced into stealing
Did you
money
call
from
the police?
this person. No, I didn't first. I wanted to be sure about this. But along the way, ana speed off, anafika mahali akadrop moja. Akaendelea akadrop mwingine. And he's still speeding off. Hapo ndo nikaanza kuona if he's being kama angekuwa amehijackiwa, awangekuwa wanashuka hivyo, ni kama wanashuka mat. You know, they would have gone with him, ama maybe angewambia wapeleke in a different location and then wamwache hapo, or maybe even harm him.
I'm understanding what
but
you're
no,
trying
that
to
was
say.
not the case.
The case was like they were getting away,
Yes.
and whenever one
Yes.
felt is safe
Yes.
in a particular location,
Yes.
drop me here.
Yes, and then the second one, akishuka, even waved at him. That was when I was like, no, this is not just a kidnap or anything. He is part of this deal. Now I called him. Nikampigia tena. He didn't know I was trailing him, so I called him.
You kept up with their speed?
No, I didn't. Now I was checking the app and then nikampigia. After he dropped the second person. Nikampigia, Kamau, uko happy? He tells me, si nilikwambia napeleka client town. Niko hapo bado town, nangojea customer itishe ride. Niko job. Nikanyamaza. So I waited till evening. Evening kumpigia Kamau akikuja kunichukua job, anipeleke. Kamau kwa gari napata 5,000. Now he's not, haezi kuwa na 5,000 na haezi manage kunilipa 10k per week.
Kwa nini?
So the notes pia si ati ni notes zimewekwa vizuri ama kwa wallet or nini zimetapakaa. So I thought maybe while they were alighting or something, they forgot a few notes in the car. Asking him, he tells me, hii hata ni pesa ya client, labda alisahau, wacha nirudishie.
Yeah, maybe the clients from Parklands waliangusha.
No, Your Honor, that cannot be the case.
So who do you think owns the money, or where do you think the money came from?
I think...
Was it part of the loot? Would have killed it, pesa ya Kamau, part of his cut?
I think it was part of his cut. Yes.
And you let him keep the money so the client would...
Sasa aliniambia anapelekea client, Your Honor, and I didn't sikuwa na any solid evidence naweza sema ndio hii nilirecord, nilimuona, nilifanya nini. I didn't have any solid
evidence. There was nothing recorded?
Yes. I didn't.
By the way, talking about recording, none of these incidents you ever recorded?
I think I recorded the last incident.
Oh, this is the last one?
Yes.
Oh, so we're still on. There are a few more?
Yes.
Wow. Mr. Kamau.
Your Honor.
Tell us about these alleged story of you and the Parklands.
Oh, she's lying.
It's not about lying. Tell us from your side. Tell us the truth.
I brought her the money. I give her the money and the rest.
Whose money? Were you delivering your remittance, or
yes,
what money are we talking about?
Delivering. That's the word. Delivering the remittance, Your Honor.
And
then she found some. I don't know where the money came from. I don't know.
But you said it's from a client.
Yeah.
You said the money was from a client. 5,000 was missing. The client had not called you back. I could have lost something in your car or anything.
Yeah, I was waiting for a call.
But none came forth.
Yeah, I had.
And
I lost my phone
did you take the money
somewhere.
back?
Yeah.
Did you take the money back after Miss Nelia gave it to you?
No.
Where did the money go at?
Just vanished.
Hey, Rastaman.
Your Honor, it's clear that he's not just a con, but unibwizi. That is the only word I have for him.
Rastaman, not a lie. You're clean.
You're the only Rastaman I know who would be stealing. Rastaman are very faithful people. They are straightforward.
Yeah,
It surprises me that you're a Rastaman. Maybe you just have dreadlocks and you're not a Rastaman.
I like that, George, Your Honor.
Ulichukua pesa watu. And when you heard of the Mr. Raji's place incident, you didn't go to the police to say that you could have any lead or anything?
No, because I didn't record anything, and you see my car was the one that was used.
But you can give a lead. You can just say, I've overheard something which I'm not sure, but maybe it could help in a way or another. Rastaman, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor.
Please, take it, put it in your pocket. Don't get my coat dirty.
Sorry, Your Honor. As I was saying, my car was the one which was used in the crime. So me having to report without any solid evidence
your car would have been,
with any solid evidence that I was not involved.
Not only that, I understand. Those are the fears that sometimes the government does wrong to. Your car would have been held for investigation, and that would mean, and your credit giver would not have understood it. Maybe I understand that. But sometimes it's good to just give a lead. You don't have to tell exactly what. But anyway, that's not the case. The case today is on Mr. Kamau. Wow. So Mr. Kamau says that he was not part of it. He denies in total. And Mr. Kamau, are you okay? Are you on drugs or something?
No, I'm clean.
You smoke that thing?
I no drink, no smoke anything.
No drinks,
I'm
nothing.
sober.
Well, and what was all that? You putting leaves in your head and...
Yeah, it just came from heaven. Blessings, you know.
It came from, surely it might have come from where it's a leaf and we're under a roof. Maybe an angel drop it by. Okay, so Miss Nelly.
Yes.
Wow, Mr. Kamau claims to be sober, but...
Your Honor, this is how...
Is this how you live with him? Is this how things are handled? Or he's just trying to confuse the court?
He's trying to, he is of course pretending. And of course he's trying
No,
to...
no, when you find him with his friends, is he always the same?
No.
He's
not.
different?
Yes, he's very different.
Why? When he speaks Swahili or even in English?
Yes, he speaks Swahili. Vizuri sana. Tena anaongea Kiswahili vizuri sana. Lakini hapa
so hii ni act ya ukoni tu?
Yes.
Okay.
Kiswahili is neither my mother nor my father tongue. Me no speak that language.
You speak the Njeri language?
I only speak my jump down language, you know, Your Honor.
Rastaman.
Unasema hivyo na ukiambo uongea utaongea?
What is he saying?
Don't you worry. There's a place you'll go, you'll speak.
Utasikia tu.
Usijali. Kuna mahali wanaume wakiingia, they speak even Latin and Greek. Usijali. So, Ms. Nelly, anything else you would like this court to know?
Your Honor, there is a third incident. Now, on this particular day also, he was waiting at a club. You know, he claimed it is ladies' night. No, wait, I'm confusing that with the fourth incident. Your Honor, on this particular day, he has a woman, a sugar mommy, let me say that.
What?
Yes.
He has a sugar mommy.
Now, this said lady is a wife to a very prominent man in our country. Kamau, walipatana na yeye siku moja.
Afani unasikia hiyo?
When Mr. Kamau.
Okay.
Walipatana na Kamau, according to Kamau, ati alitisha Uber, which I find very hard to believe because this is a woman who is wealthy enough. She has chauffeurs and different cars. I find it really hard to believe that she asked for an Uber. But now I have been trailing that story for quite some time now. Now on this same day, Kamau, this woman gives Kamau lots of money. And that is why, Your Honor, at times this guy has money that I even don't have.
Then why doesn't he pay? Anyway, he'll tell us why he doesn't want to pay up and he's getting money even from other sources.
Yes. Now on this day, alionekana kidrive akienda kwa nyumba yao, this woman, the said woman. Akaonekana...
Nyumba mheshimiwa?
Yes, the audacity, Your Honor. Akaonekana with the woman, and of course, the husband akawapata. Gari yangu ikamiminiwa hapo risasi vibaya sana hadi kaharibika.
I'm not playing ignorant, but I wish to understand. Hey, order, please. Don't pull such gestures in my court. I wish to understand, what was he doing? What was he doing that he got?
I think they were having a, I don't know, whatever it is they're doing. Kama mlikuwa mnafanya nini?
Nothing.
So you mean, yani unamwambia asine guy in the government. Kweli tukishiba steak tunaenda kula matumbo. Okay.
Si wakapatikana na the said lady. Now the husband was very furious. Akajaribu kutoroka kwa gari, the car, luckily he wasn't hurt. Lakini gari yangu iliharibika vibaya sana. I thank God
Mr. Kamau, what do you recall of that?
Maybe if I get an interpreter, I would answer that.
No, kindly, please, be serious. What happened with that incident that she's talking about?
You see, it was a mistaken identity.
Of what? You are mistaken to have been stealing from the residence of...
Yeah, the police just come.
It was the police or the owner of the place?
The police, people who looked like this man.
Your Honor, Kamau is clearly lying. Because mimi aliniambia ati ni thugs. When I asked him, yo gari, ni nini ilifanyika?
And how did you know the truth?
I knew the truth because...
But they can't be in person.
Order, Kamau, order. You explained your case, which doesn't make sense. So please, Miss Nelly, tell us, how did you get to know what had happened?
I got to know because, Your Honor, the said lady, I looked for her afterwards. Asking questions, of course. Because as I said, Your Honor, I had been tailing him and this woman for a very long time. This Bibi Amweshimiwa.
Do you have her number?
Order. I'm the one who asks questions here. So please, stop asking. I'll ask a question if so need.
As I said, nilikuwa nikifuatilia maneno yake na this woman because mara nyingi naona kuna pesa, amekuja na vitu and he doesn't have any source of income, Your Honor. Na ananiambia biashara ni mbaya. So nikaanza kufuatilia ndo nikajua ni bibi ya mheshimiwa. Na on this said date, kumbe mheshimiwa alikuwa anaona hapo wakiwa hapo kwa parking lot. Na alikuwa anaona kwa CCTV. Kamau and the person. He got very furious and that is when Kamau was attacked and he fled and came to my house claiming that ameatakiwa na thugs.
They were making out in the car?
Yes. I mean, what else could have gotten the Mheshimiwa very furious to the extent of firing bullets at him?
Okay. I'm not looking down on anybody or saying anything. Okay. So you had said this is a fourth incident. So
yes.
Kindly and quickly tell us this because I think I already made my decisions what I think of the whole thing.
Now, the fourth incident, Kamau tells me that ako club. Anangoja it is ladies night and of course today kuna customers wengi so kazi itakuwa mzuri. Mimi nikakubali nikaingia box nikamwambia ni sawa. Now after some time I checked my app and nika notice the car is not moving. Imekuwa hapo for like a very long time, it is not moving, haiendi mahali.
A long time is ni kama how long?
For like 4 hours. Hakuna ameitisha Uber, it can't
I can okay.
So nikashanga I called him. Kama uko wapi? Ati bado niko kazi napeleka watu. Leo biashara ni mzuri. Na nikiangalia app yenyewe gari haisongi. So I tell my cousin, wacha niende niangalie manze leo tena Kamau ameanza. And then he tells me, my cousin has been asking me to fire this guy for like a very long time, but I was very patient with him because nilijua he doesn't have any source of income and hana any relative anaweza msaidia huku kwa hii country yetu. So that is why I was very patient with him. Nikachukua my car, nika drive mpaka the club, the said club. Nikafika nikapata Kamau kwa parking lot with a lady doing a lot of very fishy things that I cannot even talk about in the court of law. Nikakaa hapo bado nikiangalia.
So Kamau, apart from driving cars, you drive other things. Kamau, especially kudrive mabibi za waheshimiwa.
Yes, Your Honor. After the lady has done, the lady akatoka. Nikaona Kamau akimpatia mpaka pesa. This is when I decided.
So who's giving the other money?
Kamau was giving the lady money, and the lady went back inside the club after they were done with whatever it is they were doing.
So he's just putting his money in the wrong places.
Yes. Your Honor, that is when I decided, you know what, it's high time I record this guy and take him to the court. I took my phone and waited till the next lady.
Kamau, quick response to that because it's your right in court to, at least to say something.
Do you have any evidence?
Yes, I have evidence, Your Honor.
What do you have as evidence?
Where is the OB number?
No, it was not reported. Kamau, please. Just evidence is what she has to prove that happened. It's not that she had to report. So my question to you, what evidence do you have as Ishas?
The evidence, as I said, I waited for the second lady to come, of which I recorded them with Kamau. The lady came to the car. Wakaanza kuongea na Kamau, anaambia Kamau, after they were done with whatever it is they were doing, akaambia Kamau, sasa si utanipeleka leo na kesho nimelipia.
So what did you record? What did you record? Is it audio or video?
I took a video of the entire happenings, of them in the car, and I recorded whatever conversation they were having. Even the lady telling Kamau, nimelipia ya leo na kesho. Sasa si utanikujia nikimaliza kazi, unidrop home. Na kesho utanikujia. Si tushamalizana. And then Kamau tells him, hakuna shida, it is my pleasure. Na tutaendelea na biashara hivyo. Imagine. So it means Kamau huyu, mimi nangojea pesa, kumbe yeye analipwa in other means that are not beneficial to me in any way.
What? Afande.
Please,
if you have any evidence,
yes,
just bring forth.
Bring
yes.
forth. Are you sure this is the evidence you have?
Yes.
Okay. This is the evidence, Honorable Judge.
I bomba clan, as the Rastaman would say. I'm not a porn editor.
Umesema ni bombo plat.
So for your honor, that was the last show for me.
I think I'm done. I think I'm done listening to this. Since Mr. Kamau, there's evidence here. You have talked about. Do you have any receipt book that you pay or you paid or anything? Do you have any money M-Pesa that you sent her money to as part of the agreed 10,000 per week?
She just taught me.
Okay. Order. I think it's time I make my judgment. Well, Mr. Kamau, according to the Penal Code, Cap 63, a party may sue upon breach of contract. However, the party ultimately has the discretion to award, I don't have my readers, I'm sorry, to award compensation for the breach of contract of the basic or of actual loss suffered by the innocent party. That is the substantial or normal damage. As for Mr. Kamau Wanjeri, following the evidence brought forth in this court, I found you guilty of the accused of the said, and I order you to pay Ms. Njeri up to 200,000 in a period of 2 weeks. Away from that, you'll have breached the judgment of the court, and you will face further charges, and that is the judgment of the court.
This court is all rise.